Hey there and welcome. So today we're going to be creating the classic window command CLS, the CLS command from Windows in Zig, and we're going to make it cross-platform and it's going to work on my macOS right now. So I already have this installed, the one that I've created with Zig. I can show you a simple demo. So I'm adding like a bunch of stuff to the terminal. Then I can just do this and it works. So this should not work by default from a macOS because it's not there. Now this version that I'm using here for the CLS command is the one that I created myself, right? So I'm going to show you how to create your own. So the first thing you have to do is, first of all, install Zig. Yeah, obvious. If you're on a Mac, you can just do like a blue install Zig, something like that. It will work. So I already have Zig in here. So now I want to, first of all, create like a directory. I'm going to call this Zig CLX because I already have the CLS. Then I'm gonna cd inside CLX, then I'm gonna say Zig init. Then this will create like a simple starter template for us. Then I'm gonna open it in VS Code. So we have like a few stuff in here already. We have like the build stuff, so don't worry about these things. You can just read this documentation here and understand it, but for now just don't mess with it. Okay, this is a very simple Zig program. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete everything like that. Then we first need to create the actual main function. So I'm gonna say pub fn main. So this will receive like a will return like an error. So it should be like a void, but I'm expecting an error. Okay, so like that. Then what we have to do first is, the only thing we have to do is just one thing. We have to clear the terminal screen. Then also we have to like move the cursor to the top left corner. Thank you, Copilot. So I don't want to use that, but that's the only thing we have to do. So first I'm gonna import std. I like to put my imports at the bottom. Then I'm gonna say, so this is like the dummy way of doing it. I'm gonna say like std dot, yeah, let me try to print something first so we can see that it works. So if you do a Zig build run, this will print something. Let's see. That's what I want to see, right? Something very simple. Why is this taking so long? It should work by now. So we're gonna see hello world. Anyways, while it's still compiling, let me proceed doing something else here. So you can see hello world. So the debug printer works. So for us to achieve clearing the terminal and actually moving the terminal to the cursor to the top right, top left, you have to use like an ANSI code. So I copied this somewhere, and I'm going to explain what it does to you. So the only thing you have to care about is these two: 2J, which clears the terminal, and the H, which moves it to the top bar. Top left, right, left corner, right. So if I do this again, I expect to like see that everything is cleared from the terminal. See, it worked. So this is the only thing you need to do. Your program is done. But one thing first you have to consider while writing low-level stuff: the debug printer is not optimized for production-ready stuff. So this uses like a custom LLVM backend for Zig that doesn't actually create the actual LLVM bytecode, if you know what I mean, right? So you have to like use a buffered output. So how do you create a buffered output? You like use the IO interface, but the issue is that they have changed that. They have changed the IO interface. So you can see, like, if you read this article, I'm going to include this article in the description, so you can see that the IO stuff has changed. So the only thing I want to know is how it is now, because this is how it was before. So why did it change it? It changed because, like, as it stood here, for every print, like for every print command, there was a syscall that was called. So it like somehow exhausted the OS. You can go and read this and understand it, but the only thing I want to have right now is this here. So I'm going to copy this here. So this is the new way of doing it, right? And I'm going to explain how it works. Basically, it's the same thing as we did here, but we just are using like a more optimized manner. So, right. So the first thing, we create a buffer, then we create a writer from the buffer, right? Writer with the buffer. So we create like a standard output writer with the buffer. Then we create an interface. Then we can say like try, because this can return an error. So stdout dot print. So you can see it's the same thing. So you just have to like include the ANSI code as well. So I'm gonna copy it again. Alright, so here it is. So just have to do this, right? And there you are, done. But currently it will not work. So keep in mind that for this to work, you have to flash. So in this article here, you see that we have to flash. So it's required to flash buffered output to the terminal. So if you do this without flashing, nothing will happen. Even if I try to print something else here, maybe try to print something, maybe something just generic like a hello world, nothing will happen. You will see that nothing will be printed to the terminal because we haven't flashed, right? You have to flash the buffered output, so nothing happened. But once I flash this, so std out dot flash. So once I do this, you realize that the printer will actually work. So it doesn't work. So there's bug somewhere. Let me go back and read the docs, right? So according to this, I just have to do this, which is what I did, but for some reason it doesn't work. So let me just double check my stuff here. std out. So it's the same thing. Right. Alright, so let's do that. Let me try something else. Let me try to zig out. Yeah. So this zig build run is the one that was not working. So I tried to like run the actual binary. You can see that it prints the thing that I want. So I can just remove this, right, and uncomment this. And the next thing I want to do is like build again. Let me just do this for now. Build the project. Right, it's built. Then I'm gonna rerun the build version. So what I expect to see now is to see that the terminal is cleared and all this stuff are gone. So let me see. Yeah, it works. So we have created our own CLS Windows command. So this is cross-platform. You can build this for whatever you want, right? That's it for today. This was very simple. I hope you have understood how simple it was, but you should also go through this document, yeah, because otherwise you're gonna run into multiple errors if you're coming from an older Zig version trying to like upgrade to the new release Zig 1 point. Let me see. I'm in Zig 0.15, something like that. So I mean, okay, I upgraded yesterday to the dev version, so I'm in 16, but the master version is in 0.15. So you get what I mean. That's it for today, and bye.